grandmother, Jan Nix, was born in the town of Clinton, Mississippi in 1953. She lived a very long and fruitful life. She left Clinton about the age of 20 and enlisted in the Army, where she was stationed in Germany as a military police. From then, she met my grandpa, also in Germany, and they fell in love and moved home and had 2 children, my aunt and my mother. And she was a great mother. She did whatever it took for her family. She worked numerous jobs. She nobody stood in the way of her kids, and she made sure that they knew that. And then my Nana found Christ, and she did a complete 180, and she became a very loving and selfless person. My lifetime, I've only ever known her as that, and we used to refer to her as Jesus Jan because her and the Lord were so close. But she's the type of woman who carried cases of water and unperishable foods in the back of her car so people who needed it on the side of the road could have it. In the summertime, she put frozen water bottles and snacks in her mailbox for the mailmen. She was just always thinking of other people. In 2017, my grandfather passed away, and I saw my Nana hurt, and then I saw her heal, and the comeback from that, and how she followed the Lord so faithfully, even though she had lost her job, she had lost her husband, really just took a toll on her. And then a year later, when she finally felt like she had her feet back, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And from that, I saw her fight with every little ounce of fight in her, and she still remained selfless. She didn't care about what was going on in her body, but she cared about how she continued to live out her days serving other people. We thought the breast cancer had cured, and she was really excited to get back to normal life, to go to basketball games, to visit me at college, to go to baseball games, to do for her other grandchildren. And then she was diagnosed with colon cancer, and that again knocked her back down, but not for very long. She got right back up and started fighting again. And she was not doing it for herself. She was doing it so she could continue to further the kingdom of Christ. And that is just such an inspiring thing, that no matter how much life knocks her down, she got back up because she was on a mission for the Lord, and it didn't matter what she had to deal with in her own system. One of the biggest moments that spoke to my Nana's character was when she was in her last few days. She was at UT Southwest in Dallas, and she was there for a little around a month, but every day she was just slowly getting worse, and probably in the most pain she's ever been in. But every time she saw a new face, and even old ones that came in her room to check her vitals or bring her food or clean her floors, she continued to lift them up, and she would ask them how she needed to be praying for them. And she also just wanted to get to know them, and she would share the love of Jesus Christ with them. And it made such an impact on that hospital that everybody who'd taken care of my Nana in her time there lined up at the hallways, and they prayed over my parents and my aunt and my uncle as they left the hospital, and they comforted us in our time of need. And they were like, y'all are family now, because Nana had shown us the love of Christ, and we have never seen that in anybody else. And that is just, again, so inspirational, and something I strive to be like, a woman who puts others before herself, even when life is absolutely the worst, and is always glorifying and magnifying Christ. So my Nana was very amazing. She is still my favorite person, even though she's no longer here with us, but she continues to leave an amazing legacy, and people still today will see me and they'll be like, tell me how much they loved her and how much of an impact she made on their life. So I leave you with a little statement, is to always put others first, and know that this is not our temporary home, that we continue to strive to be more like Christ daily, even until our last and final breaths. Thank you.